Well, hello, welcome.
Hi,
Welcome to
thank
the
you.
interview.
Thank you.
So we've actually got a bit of a role reversal today.
Yeah.
The Chancellor of the Exchequer, will be
Uh-huh.
interviewing the head of the press himself,
Yeah.
of the best news company in the world,
Yeah.
Mr. Azor. So now, this isn't just to have a little chatter, a little chinwag. It's to actually discuss
Yeah, definitely.
something which happened recently. Would you mind saying, did you get promoted to the leader of opposition,
Yes.
right? Uh,
Our previous leader, Raggedy Toast, resigned,
uh,
and under a new constitution, made me the new leader of the opposition, for which I'm very thankful, obviously. But I do feel that I can fulfill that role. I look forward to doing it.
And the new constitution, you just got the old one's gone now. I mean, no, actually,
Yeah.
that's a good point. That's a good point.
I mean, it was a long time going. We had to we were missing a leadership clause in that constitution anyway. So I feel
Ah,
it's a good advancement to do that anyway. So it was a long time coming. It's just that we did it
yeah. Actually,
close to. Yeah. Go on. Sorry.
well, I'm gonna be. Yeah, no, it's a fucking Discord. I mean, swearing. Oh wait, I'm the host. I can make the rules here.
All right. Go
Uh,
ahead.
but here's the thing. So constitutions of parties, no one ever uses them. Like, and then every single one, we've made channels called Constitution, and no one uses the Constitution. They just make rules as they go along.
Well,
I mean,
I mean,
I haven't every party.
mhm.
Can you
They
say?
tend to come in useful during leadership elections. Hence why the leadership clause is very important.
Yeah, I think that's
Mhm.
like the main one. And we've got, like, honestly, between you and me, I don't think party chairman. I mean, kind of a bit of a pointless role. I mean, it just
Well,
sounds like
again,
an
yeah.
excuse to hold more power. But hey, I digress. Let's carry on. So, leader position, big position in BUK,
Yeah.
especially as a community's reached like 80k members recently from Brit.
Yes.
That's
Yeah. That was amazing. That's yeah.
fucking impressive. So, you lead the biggest opposition party in the Commons. So, what's your plans?
Well, my plans are this. So I've already put forward a new scheme on how to employ MPs. I thought the previous scheme was a bit too vague, just send in an application. But this way, I've got a Google Forums application where we can have proper questions that allow us to analyze MPs' abilities properly. Uh, we've also got an option there to put in a resume. So me and the chairman, who's analyzing, who is going to be looking over these MP applications, can
Oh, okay,
assess the
so it's
MPs.
just
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
you're gonna filter all out then. Filter out the shall we
The good
say
from the
the
bad, yes.
not the great crop we sometimes get in
Yes.
Parliament. Now, especially when you get random people with no skins walking through the chambers. It's funny,
Yeah, it's
but
funny.
not a
Yeah,
great.
I'm also obviously going to do a couple of cabinet reforms. I
Ooh.
think my predecessor's done an excellent job, and he's really got some good momentum going. But I still want to make some changes. I think they're necessary, so we'll see.
So any hints, any clues on cabinet
I've got
appointees?
it planned out. I won't be revealing any names, not
Oh,
yet.
come on, come on.
Can't
Just
reveal.
give one maybe. You know?
No. I can't reveal any names. Um, I've got an MP list and I've got my cabinet list, but I know exactly what I'm going to reform. But I can't reveal any names.
This is
There
just
are
disappointing.
yeah.
We need the juicy drama. Don't understand. This is
Well,
BU. Oh dear, but no. So, a new cabinet, a new start. Would you see yourself as a successor of Raggedy or someone new, by any
uh,
chance?
well, I say
Actually,
thought I'm a
yeah.
rag. I mean, that is why I'm essentially. But I want to see myself as a new, fresh start, something new to be UK. Uh,
Okay.
Sort of a new Tory vision, new Conservatives. Not the status quo, something different.
Ah. So, one nation. So, where would you identify yourself on the political compass or person in
So I'm central.
history?
I am a liberal conservative, so which means I believe in free markets and the free of the people, the free of the market. I'm a big believer of that. Um,
That's the
I'm a
good stuff.
big
Yeah.
capitalist. I mean, I've worked in the treasury, and you know very well that
Yes. Yeah.
I'm very big on businesses and employment and deregulation and decentralization. That's a very big part of it. Allowing people to build their own futures. That's a big part of my policies.
Of course, of course. Actually, let's stop right there. You mentioned one thing: decentralization. Now,
Hmm.
that's jogged my memory, no matter how bad it is. But it reminds me, the mayor position. Where's that
Hmm.
gone? Do you have any plans for that?
I do have a candidate in mind, but I mean that's out of my hands. That's more to the Electoral Commission. I've always been passionate about the mayor position. I think it's an essential position to, lobby the government and get changes in sort of a more of a domestic, local standard. It's a good position. I think it's a good community role. But I mean, it's up to the Electoral Commission whether they host them elections.
The Electoral Commission, eh? Oh god, they do a lot. But what's your opinion? I got some opinions on some big questions in the UK, such as Electoral Commission, monarchy. Like, give me like a quick, in one sentence, your opinion on each of these things. Okay? You think you could do that? I know it's on the spot, but I like the challenge here. So, next entertainment. Now, monarchy.
I think they're excellent. I think the current monarch's brilliant. He's done a good job, and yeah, I'm fully behind them.
All right, good. Let's see. Developers.
Recently, I mean, look. Recently, we have been placed. We have been placed in battles before with them. In terms of lack of development for the private sector, but now Brit has pledged more buildings, and that's happened. We've seen in the mall. So I don't really have an opinion, but I would say they're doing their job to an extent, but they can improve. Sure.
That's fair. Fair enough. Now, I've got an important question to ask about the Electoral Commission. Now, you said that it's up to the Electoral Commission to host mayoral elections. Do you think Parliament as a whole should play more or less role within deciding the fate of parties?
In the fate of parties?
Or should be Electoral Commission?
No, I think the Electoral Commission. I think Parliament can't. I don't want to say they can't be trusted, but I think we should have an independent body that should be able to govern parties and how they behave. So I'm fully behind the Electoral Commission.
That is reasonable. Having a check on the system at hand, you never know what can happen. I think that's agreeable.
Definitely, yeah.
Now,
definitely, yeah.
I think also on another point I want to raise up is something which has concerned me greatly these past few days. It was even on the news a while back. Now, you're probably well aware of this, but can you just tell everyone who will be listening to this and maybe hear about in the future about a Bank of England loan and how why you shouldn't arrest it? Can you enlighten us today, Liberal Democrat Conservative, and not to arrest account? I am sick of it. I want today.
Okay, yeah. So that's a scheme that's been approved. I believe it was resolved, but I get it sounds a bit shady, but unfortunately, the only way to extract money from that vault is to get an employee and to literally rob it. But I know it sounds sketchy, but that is the best way. And it's been approved by the Prime Minister and the Chancellor, so it's fully legal. We've got documents to do it. You can think of it as printing money in a sense, and that money is then used as the budget for the UK, and to provide loans for the people. So it's a bit of it's good for the economy. It provides loans, and I mean we've already provided some funds to the Justice MOJ for lawyer fees. So it's already doing good work.
All right, you heard it here. That random Metropolitan Police officer arrested me. You heard it right here, or that NCA officer. You heard it here. Do not arrest Bank of England loan. Thank you. I need to get off my chest before I actually throw something at one of those officers. Now, moving on. On a more serious note than Bank of England loan, it's do you see yourself? What sort of cabinet do you still see yourself having? I know you don't want to mention any appointees or anything, but will it be full of fresh faces, or would it be full of experienced and old, but potentially older faces?
That's a good question. So it's going to have a mix of the two. I believe my successor, like I said, has appointed the right people for the job, and I just want to continue on his work. There are a couple of vacancies that I intend to fill. I've got good names. Some will be mixed with names that we already know and people are very fond with. And that's my goal, to put in people who are favourable with the people. But I also want to give shots to new people who I know can deliver, and I want to trust them and show to the people that they can deliver as well. So it'll be a mix of the two.
Okay, I can see that being fair enough. So it's clear that since you're not Prime Minister, you're opposition, you have the majority of pass bills through. How do you plan to pass real progress through Parliament?
Well, my stance when it comes to passing bills is that I even when I was Shadow Chancellor, I look to work with the government. So if we can find a stance, and look, my intention is to serve the country and to get bills through. So if the government wants to stand against that, that's fine. That's their stance. But I don't think they will. I think the Prime Minister is sensible enough to know that he wants to get bills through. And together, that's what we'll do. We'll work together. And we've done this in the past. Get legislation through, such as the copyright bill and the Exchequer Establishment Bill. Just get those through, just so we can be governed by proper laws. And I think we'll work together well.
That's very reasonable. Okay, so look for more bipartisan approach. Okay,
Yes,
I can see that happen.
Yeah, bipartisanship is very key. I think
Interesting
we should be able
point.
to work together, not against each other. We'll make more progress then.
Now, I want to bring up only a few more points now. I want to make it concise so we don't turn to a sprawling 40-minute rant about something or whatever. God damn it. That's something I would do, but let's keep it concise. So, secondly, the UN. I know you're Deputy Secretary General. Will you be continuing your duties there, or will you be focusing more on the UK? Or we can combining the both, even? Like, what's the ground here?
I've been doing that position. Deputy Secretary General, I've not been too occupied with it, but if it occupies me too much, then obviously my priority is BUK, and I will give up that position. But as of now, it doesn't look like I'll be giving that position up. I think I'm serving both positions very well.
All right, that's a fair assumption. Maybe I should give up my Canadian Prime Minister role and actually get going with.
Yeah, you've got your own problems, haven't you?
Jeez. Yes, I can't believe it. Prime Minister Canada, but on the bright side, I get to be called Right Honourable for life. So
yes, that's right. Yeah.
It's plus. It's connected to the BUK law through the King, so that's good. The BUK realm. Now, moving on. I think one last question. I think it's fundamental to understanding you as who you are. Now, what would be 3 things you take with you on a desert island? Desert island discs, almost, but more generally. So, ideas. What would you bring with you? Could be wacky, could be silly, could be serious. It could be a gun.
I actually have no idea. I mean, I think the objective would be get off the island, so it'd be like a flare to get off.
A flare?
Yeah.
Okay, good start. Yeah.
Oh, actually, hold on. Not a plane to just get off then, and then.
Okay, so.
And then when I get off.
So you're gonna get a plane and you're gonna fly off this island.
Yeah,
it's like a desert island. It's like classic desert island.
Desert island and water. Water's a big point. You know, you got to be practical. So water, a flare, and a plane.
So would you just be like, just how much water you bring? Like a jug?
I'd bring like a gallon or so.
A gallon or so of water. Yeah. So actually, you've got a plane, you've got a flare, and you've got a gallon of water.
Yep.
I mean, it sounds like a really bad joke, but honestly, it's I'm not quite sure you're gonna go for the island though, because it's like, you know, this is fine. It's a stupid question. I think I answer a lot of personality though. Get off the island, drink some water, and shoot a flare at someone. I know I can get behind that.
Yep.
Anyway. Well. Anyway. So that was I see it was today's Financial Times interview by the Chancellor of the Exchequer. Holy shit, that's me. Yeah. Oh, I said a swear word. I'm so sorry. You've got to put that. You've got to put a warning.
Yeah, we've got to bleep.
I'm going to break Roblox terms of service. Damn, I'm going to get blacklisted. Anyway, so thank you for listening. That was Rizal, new leader of Opposition.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
So I'll see you around. Well, I won't, but Rizal will see you around in Parliament and on this news channel. Thank you.
Thank you.